Hello, this is Guru Khalid Habib Khan of Cabales-Serrada Escrima Filipino martial arts. Today I'm going to tell you about how I met Angel Cabales in Stockton, California, and the drills of Serrada, the structure of the Filipino martial arts as it's different from the Asian martial arts. So, and also the Indonesian martial arts, how they are different, the pencak silat. And then me and Chawan Mongkhon are going to do a small demo, and then I'm going to explain our movie projects, low budget movie projects that are going to specifically show the Filipino martial art, the Indonesian martial art, and Wing Chun Kung Fu. There will not be like some story and the martial arts are just part of the story. It will be the movie is set on Eskrima, Silat and Wing Chun. That's what I've written, and it's a low budget movie in which I need participants to work, and it will be a real movie. It's not a small clip, a 90-minute feature. We are planning on filming at Bruce Lee's College Street Gym in Chinatown, Los Angeles in the United States. And now I'm going to start talking about how the Filipino martial arts are instructed. These are weapon arts initially. Silat and Filipino Eskrima Kali are weapon arts. They start with the weapon, and the geometry of the weapon builds the martial art, the attack and the blocking. After that, the strategy is to finish the fight in 3 seconds. If you cannot finish the fight in 3 seconds, you have to go back, learn more your skill, or do another martial art, because it's not a tournament art. It's a weapon art. It's a blade art eventually at the top. So you must finish right away. In 3 seconds, there's no time. You're standing so close to the opponent can also kill you. He doesn't have to know any martial art. So what we do in Filipino art and Silat also is that we attack first. If he doesn't block, we attack first. If he doesn't block, he's hit. If he blocks, we block his block. So it starts from blocking the block. That's the training, because a different structure, anybody can attack. This art start from blocking the block. So what happens is, I'll show you this to you in Silat and Eskrima. When you meet somebody, you finish off going to the outside of his right arm. You're going to the outside of his right arm. So what happens is that from there you finish the fight, and I'll show you that also. It's important to know historically that in the 70s, in the 60s, the people were seeking martial arts and knowledge. It was a time of culture. Unfortunately, now everyone is lazy. They're not seeking. So this is why I have got my film project, so that people can, the new generation can come forward and see something. Much credit goes to instructors of karate and Filipino arts and everybody, Wing Chun and all these art, Japanese arts, Kenpo karate from the 60s and 70s to bring to the United States. The very first person was James Mitose, Kenpo karate, and he brought to Hawaii and then to San Francisco, and then of course Ed Parker, and then of course Don Drager, Bruce Stagner, Aaron Banks. They brought karate and gave to the people here, and they devoted their entire life. They didn't even have any money. Don Drager is very important to know. He wrote the first books of Eskrima and Silat, and he was living in Japan, and he was also the fight instructor of Sean Connery in the James Bond movie You Only Live Twice. And then Don Drager went from there all the way to Sumatra, Indonesia. He wrote about Silat in the weapons, in a book called The Weapons and Fighting Arts of the Indonesian archipelago from Turtle Publications that you must read. Unfortunately, all these books, I don't know what happened. These books are all I cannot find them, and nobody wants to search for them. So what happens is we are making a film project. I have to show you the posters so that you can be excited. Assault on a martial arts school. This is the project I'm thinking of making at Bruce Lee's Chinatown School. Once there was a Raja. Now this is a movie that we are planning in the environment of old Philippines and Indonesia. And so these movies may be filmed in the United States. We are low budget, so maybe at Griffith Park we will simulate. And the other one, Assault on a Martial Arts School, we are gonna make in Los Angeles, in Chinatown, I'm thinking. Much credit goes to Bruce Lee's top student Dan Inosanto for bringing the Filipino arts. His instructors in Stockton, he's from Stockton, was my instructor Angel Cabales of the close range Serrada system, and then Leo Hiron of the Largo Mano long stick system, and they were the Cuerdas, Uncle Bill and Gilbert Tenio. They're also another person very important in the history of Filipino martial arts is Jacinto Sulwan Cawan. Jacinto Sulwan Cawan was one of the initial people with Jack Santos who taught Filipino martial arts in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, young Jacinto passed away. He died at an early age. And so I would say there's so many instructors, I cannot even take the name. Oh, Richard Bustillo also. These were all top students of Bruce Lee. Now we are going to do is just 1 minute, I'm going to say how I met Angel Cabales. I used to work as a technician in Silicon Valley, so I went for a computer technician, lab technician kind of work, electronic technician kind of work for a job interview in Sacramento. On the way back, I stopped in Stockton and I waved a car. I was looking for Angel, and this was a blue car, like I think it's a Buick, and the car stopped, and that was Angel Cabales. And then he guided me to come to his house, and he taught me a whole day the Serrada system, which is a close-range system. Earlier, actually, in August 30 and 31 in 1986 in Los Angeles at the IMB Academy, Dan Inosanto and Richard Bustillo did the very first Filipino arts workshop. It was tremendous workshop, 2-day workshop. And from there I got to know about Angel Cabales, and it was amazing history. Before that, in New York, I started karate with Aaron Banks, who is one of my favorite instructors because it's so hard, and Goju-Ryu karate, and he's so truthful. He sacrificed his entire life, and I cannot believe there are no more people like Aaron Banks, and no more people like Teruki Higa of Kenpo Karate that were in New York. Now we're going to explain the Filipino arts. The Filipino arts is weapon-based. The Serrada system, the stick is this big, and this is the box. This is the box. This is the box we protect. So these are our box. This is the protection. This is the protection. This is the lock position. This is the lock position, like this. So you lock, or everything coming to you. Lock position. In lock position, we hit here, we hit the knee, we hit the face. So this is the lock position. We move like this, And this is every block has a lock. This is a block. It's a lock position, so you can cut it. This is a block from here. This is a lock position, cutting. So every block ends in lock in the initial training. Now we are gonna just show some blocks. This is Chawan. This is based on, all Filipino martial arts are based on 12 strikes. For example, this is, stay there, stay there. Strike number 1, strike number 2, strike number 3, strike number 4, strike number 5, strike number 6, strike number 7, strike number 8, strike number 9, strike number 10, strike number 11, and strike number 12. So you learn how to block against this, and then you make it functional in speed and skill. Then you go against two weapons, then you go into counter for counter. The other guy attacks, you counter, you attack, he counters, you counter. Then you develop the fighting from it. So it is very much drill based. Now we are going to show you the strategy and the blocking and the strategy. Master, give me strike number 1. Give me again. So from here, once you block, you must check him. The reason is, give me again slow. Because if you didn't check him, he could go through. Come, give me. Go through. Go through. And go through. Go again. Yes, and from here you can hit. So you have to lock him. So close range is with locking. Stand over here. Go slow and give me number 1. So you block, you lock, and then you break the rib, and then you work on the arm. You do inside block, go slow. So this is an example. Now supposing it's coming overhead. Supposing it's coming overhead, then you block this way. So master, stand over here. Give me overhead. This is overhead. Then you lock. The lock means that you lock the elbow. And then you cut the hand. And from here you cut the rib or the stomach. Now, people don't understand. Give me vertical. If I go like this anyway, this guy, he's already alive, he can cut me. So that's why locking is very important, and disabling the arm is very important in Filipino martial arts. Give me number 2. See the lock, come go. Lock, go again. Lock, and then this is the block, and then you cut it. Master, you do vertical block, go. From here so they can see, go slow. So everything is based on arm cutting. Everything is based on arm cutting, and then disarm, and then after that going around the person and throwing it. For example, give me number 1. Going, and after this, come close. After block, you go, and now you can throw it. Now you can throw it. So it's based on going outside. Come, give me number 1. Slow. Vertical number 1. It's based on going outside. Come, give me. Going outside, either from the initially or going outside after the meeting him in the middle. Give me here, and going outside now, and then doing. Come, give me again. Going outside now and then throwing him. So it's based on finishing off in silat and all these arts is to go outside and to throw him. In silat you actually do is come here, master. In silat what you actually do is disable his foot structure, his stepping. But it's all similar. In silat you have got staff, so the hand position is like this. In Eskrima it's like this because they are fighting on a boat. So this is an explanation of Eskrima. Let's do some drills and then we go to empty hand. Go slow with the lock and block. Now once a student has learned the drill, the blocking, then we have to make him alive. So do inside block. Go slow. Come here. So in Filipino arts, this is the stick, this is the dagger to stop so that he doesn't wrestle you. We always train with that. Go. So these arts are based on acquiring the skill to fight very fast. They are 3-second arts. And the finish off is, Master, feed me. Go all the way. Go to the outside. Give me again. And to go to the outside of his lead arm to finish it, because he cannot be standing in front of the second arm all the time. But anyway, this is some explanation. After that, we'll explain the empty hand version. Master, put the stick down. So what happens is that both in Filipino and Indonesian art, the finish off is to the outside. So give me a fist. So you go to the outside, and from here is you throw him. So stand here. Give me fist. From here you throw, you control him. Now supposing there are 2 punches coming, then you don't fight in the Escrima, Serrada, you don't fight the left one. What you do is you hit the nerve, and then you fight this one. You cannot be fighting both because he could speed up. So give me the left, the right, and then you finish off from there. You finish off. So it's from here, from this side. Give me the left, right, and then you finish off from here. Give me the left, right, and then you can put him in the lock also and throw him. So what happens is that this is the same techniques that we are doing with a stick. We do it with the empty hand also. The movement is very tight. Master, stand here. Stand, face the camera. Switch the feet is based on tiga sagi, which is triangular switching. But of course, we can shuffle in, we can shuffle back. Right leg forward, shuffle in, shuffle back. Let's keep the feet, shuffle to the side, shuffle to the side, shuffle in, shuffle in. So we can shuffle, but the switching is based on this. And because, step a little bit, because in all martial arts the default is the lead leg can be hurt, can be injured. You have got many ways to protect the lead leg also. You have got some methods. So this is a brief explanation of Filipino martial arts. And remember, Filipino martial arts based on short weapon, and silat hands are based on staff. So silat hands are like this because they're holding a staff. Filipino is like this. This hand is always kept here so that you, if the guy blocks your weapon, he's coming on this side, you protect the skull. This hand is not hanging. This is not hanging like this. This is not hanging. This is always here. So you have to block. After the block, you protect the skull. Maybe he will come. He'll block after the attack. He could block and hit your skull. So this is always like here. See, this is always behind this weapon. So, thank you, Chawan Mongkhon. This is Guru Chawan Mongkhon, and my name is Guru Khalid Habib Khan. I am lucky to have met Guru Steve Verduft, who is a cinema specialist and a cameraman, and I met earlier Brian Estes, and Brian Estes introduced me to Sean and Earl Helm and Steve Verduft and Kelly Lowry, a film stuntman. All these people are uniquely talented, as the best people I met in Hollywood, among the best. These are among the best people I've met in Hollywood. So, because they have technical knowledge also, and they have background. So, all I want to say before I go is, everything starts from reading and writing. The children must read and write. The children must read and write. The children must read and write, and then they can make everything. They can make a spacecraft, they can make a movie, they can do everything. So that's all I'm saying, that school, college is very important. The utility is the high school. If the children is no good in the high school, they can do nothing in the life. Reading and writing. Salute. Thank you.